you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can watch the Vapin.
Testing. All right, we are live. Welcome, guys, to the Vape Team Episode 2. We are here tonight. My name is Brian. I am from the YouTube channel, The Vapor Chronicles, and we're here to hang out and have a vape. I have some friends with me. We have Mike Vapes from Mike Vapes on YouTube. We have Butt Kickers from Butt Kickers Reviews. And we have Big Lou's room, because we lied about Big Lou being on the show tonight, and he is just a screenshot of his room. So thank you for all Big Lou's subscribers for coming. Oh. I'm just kidding. Big Lou really is here, but I think he had to use the bathroom. And I guess it's not Butt Kickers tonight yet. So anyway, Big Lou, welcome.
What up?
And we are live. So it's a real honor to have Big Lou with us tonight. He is our first official guest on the Vape Team live show, and he's going to add some of his awesome experience with us and just hang out and have a vape. East Coast crew in full effect tonight. We represent, and everyone's here to join us. So thank you all for all of our subscribers. All right, now I am getting feedback, so I'm going to pause that. And I'm going to introduce everybody. So, Big Lou, why don't you go first? Tell us what you're vaping, who you are, what you do, and fill us in.
What up, crew? What up, YouTube, and every motherfucker in the world right now and shit. So, yeah, so basically, Big Lou East Coast Review here, just basically Upper East Side of the Northern Hemisphere of the world. Hanging out with the crew here, hanging out with you guys, hanging out with I like Vapin Chronicles. Just so everybody knows, the Vapor Chronicles, Butt Kickers, and Mike Vapes, I watch all these guys, so I'm not just, I don't consider myself like the big boy in the room or anything like that. I'm just pretty much on the same level as everybody else. But, yeah, I just want to say what's up to everybody. I haven't really got a chance to really talk to people, you know, like straight up talk to me. I've been talking to Butt Kickers lately and Vapor Chronicles as of lately, but I haven't really had a chance to really, like, go and meet people in places. I fished Mike out. I was like, Mike, you live right near me. We got to hang. So, you know, I got Mike's number, so we're going to hang soon. We're going to be in a vape shop sometime soon. We're going to be hanging and everything. So that's pretty cool, you know, pretty cool. Right now I'm vaping, I'm vaping on too much shit right now. I don't know where to stick my hands next. I'm vaping on anti-lag from Boosted. I've got a problem with it because I'm on like my 10th bottle this week. Vaping on the Underground BAE. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we'll just call it Bay, I guess. And a little Fairies and Cream from Bonsai. But I'm just, you know, I'm bored of vaping that other shit. And you know, Robert Ellis, when I want to clean my palate, I just vape on his Wet Dream. So, you know, I'm vaping on Robert's Wet Dream. Isn't that nice, right?
Wow. I want to have a wet dream with Robert.
He's a crazy bastard.
I fucking love him.
He's funny. He's funny. You know, I got to give him credit, you know. He's funny. You know, it's like, I don't know a lot about Robert. I know he had that online broadcast and everything, and then there was the issue, and then there was over the online broadcast and everything. But other than that, you know, he seems like a really funny, charismatic guy, you know, so I like him for that, you know. He doesn't seem like he's playing a character. He's just playing himself on it, basically, you know.
It's Robert Ellis being Robert Ellis. I love that. Sweet.
Pretty much.
How about you, BK? What's up, man?
What's up, brother? At the moment, I'm vaping on some birch beer vape here from Keystone Vapor. It's from, you guys out there want to try a nice birch beer vape. This is Max VG, 3 milligrams. We'll offer in 3, 6, 12, 18, and 24 for you fucking lunatics out there. It's Max VG, and we're at KeystoneVapor.com. Really good shit. I'm also vaping on some GWB, that stands for George Washington Bridge, from Steel Vapor in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Is it Republican?
It's a Fruit Loops vape. I know Big Lou's always saying he's getting sick of these cereal vapes, but that one's pretty banging. And I got them in the Little Boy RDA, 3-strand twisted 30-gauge build. And I'm rocking it at 55 watts right now.
Sweet. Mikey Vapes, hit that shit for us, brother.
Hold up, let me hit that shit first, and then I'll talk about it.
We've been
And a
waiting.
little vodka and club.
Oh,
Because you know that's hard.
What's up, peeps? Mike Vapes here, and today I am vaping on 3 juices. I got my infamous Trill, I got my West Coast Chino, and I got my Lupe. And I'm using 3 devices. I got my new Yosen SX. Got my SX Mini and my Sigelli. Yeah.
all right. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Brian from the Vapor Chronicles, and I got an SX Mini with a Hercules that I just filled for the first time, so I'm trying that out tonight to see how that vapes. Another Sub-Ohm Clearo. This is an interesting piece right here. This is a huge son of a bitch, 25 millimeter tank from Heat Vape, top airflow, top fill,
Oh shit.
with pre-made coils, 50 watts. I'm going
Nice.
to talk about that in a review this week, but it works. My mind is officially blown.
No, take a hit of that shit one time.
I'm going to take a hit of that shit just for you.
You can put your dick in it.
Well, 25 millimeters, it might fit. I don't know how many millimeters of my dick holds. I haven't figured that out yet, but anyway. Woo! The Camry, yeah, there goes the subscribers once again. The Camry 100, man, fucking Camry and SMY. That's all I have to say. Wait for my review, but I have it. It does hit 100 watts, and it looks kind of interesting if you're into medieval fucking cosplay or I don't know, what is this, steampunk? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm vaping on, and I also have a brand new authentic vapor flask with the Lemo 2 RTA on it, and that has a nickel build in it, and I've been vaping on that for a few days now. So, cereal. Breakfast at Telios. If you don't know about it, check it out because it is a great cereal vape, and I've been hitting this. I got this bottle last night at 9 o'clock, 30 mils, and it's officially going. Somebody's putting pictures of girls up on the live show. Thanks, Mike.
Amanda, check it, Amanda. We'll wait up.
And by the way, I just want to shout out Kathy C. I love you, and no hard feelings. Mike? Mikey?
Yo,
What do you mean?
It's on you, Mikey.
what's up?
Were you showing? You were showing.
Picture.
If you want to Instagram and send pictures, go right ahead, bro.
Now, one of my subs, Amanda, I just lost it. Where is it? Hold up. Let me pull it up one more time. Where did butt kickers go?
I think we lost Butt Kickers. Oh no, Butt Kickers is there. Oh, he's holding vodka.
Buckickers is drinking, dude. Don't bother him.
There you go, Amanda. There you go. You're live on the show.
All
Oh,
23
that's Amanda.
people.
Yeah. That is
Oh, we have
Amanda. That's
68
right.
people. Wow. All right, so let's get focused. We're here to vape. What is the purpose of the vape team, and what are we doing on a Thursday rainy night in New Jersey, broadcasting live? Well, the whole purpose is it's for any of our subscribers, whether you're new, whether you're still smoking, whether you've been vaping for years. It's for a place where we can all hang out. We have our live feeds going. We're reading your comments. And we're here to just talk about vaping. Any questions you guys have, we're going to try to fit them in. And it's just one vapor helping another, all of us coming together. And, you know, the coolest part of this whole thing is that each one of us has a specific set of skills, a specific set of tastes. We have preferences. We like to vape certain ways. But we're all vapors, and that's what this is about. It's about community. It's about supporting each other. And really, it's about not smoking. Because I don't know about any of you, but when I smoked cigarettes, my fucking life was in shambles. My health was in shambles. My financial situation is still in shambles, even though I'm vaping. But I'm here. I'm loving the freedom that I've found through vaping, and I just want to share the love, man. It's a hobby for me. You know, I work a 9 to 5, and when I get done work, I love the vape, and I love to hang out with people who enjoy the same things as me. So that's why we're here. And tonight we have some topics we're going to talk about. But you know. That's what this is about. We don't have like rules. There's no guidelines. This is just us bullshitting and hanging out. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about? You guys being my boys over here. Any topics on top of things? Any important news?
Someone roll BK to the bathroom soon.
No, you got at least another 15 minutes before I have to run to John. But you know, something I'd like to talk about is this rash of sub-ohm clearamizers is coming out now. I mean, you know, personally, it's kind of a mixed bag in my mind. Hold on, let me grab a sip of this shit.
Here we go. BK is gonna start the fucking first AA vaping channel.
No, seriously though. You know, it's a mixed bag in my mind. I think it's a good thing and I think it's a bad thing. You know, there's a lot of people out there who are, you know, want to get into it, and you know, I think it's a great way to do it. And for guys like us who know how to rebuild and stuff, I think it's nice because you have a nice portable option for when you're driving, you're at work, you're in like a dirty environment, you can't have a dripper, etc. I mean, it really comes in handy. And it's convenient. And some of these new tanks are really fucking good. On the flip side, they're coming out with a new one every 5 fucking minutes, okay? Most of them have different coil heads. Nothing's compatible. You know, a lot of these companies are going to drop off the scene in like 6 months, and you're going to be stuck with a tank. You can't get coils for it. And, you know, on the other side of that, you're bringing guys into the game, into the sub-ohm game, you know, vaping 0.5, 0.2, you know, some of these new tanks out there with 0.2 heads, and they really have no knowledge of what the fuck's going on. And I don't... I'm not one of these guys. I'm not preachy about fucking battery safety and shit because, let's be frank here, you kind of sort of have to almost hard short a fucking battery to really have a problem most of the time. You know, unless you're sub-ohming your dick off at like 0.04 or some shit. But even then, I mean, the thing's going to be burning your fucking hand generally before you have a problem. That's why I'm not preachy about it. But, you know, you got all these mechanical mods on the market, these hybrid top cap mods, and you have these sub-ohm clearamizers. And guys are going to fucking thread these onto a hybrid top cap mod, fucking slap a battery in there, hit the button, and the fucking thing is going to dead short and vent instantly, depending on what battery you have. I think that's a big problem. Yeah, the coil head availability and stuff. I think a lot of guys are going to be stuck with tanks they're not going to be able to use in a few months.
Anybody else want to take a stab at that?
Well, the way, all right, like I said it like 8 months ago, box mods is the way of the future, like, you know, and then everybody's New Year's resolution was, oh, box mods, I foresee box mods. You know, box mods blew up, and that was the thing, but now all the China companies are now, you know, we have the Kanger sub-ohm, we have the Arctic tank, we have, you know, they're like all different style tanks. I think we're going to see more tank versions, but I don't really see it staying in the sub-ohm region because, like, you get a newbie, right? And then he buys an Arctic tank and he's not super happy with the Arctic tank. Maybe it's a little too hot for him, or maybe he's choking every time he takes a drag, you know? So, yeah, so you get the noob, and then he's just like, well, do you have something kind of in between? Because I've seen this in the vape shop before where they sell them an Arctic tank and they're like, yeah, you know, I was outside vaping on it, and it's just, you know, I don't know, I don't think prepared. There's like a little hardcore. Like, he even said it was a little hardcore, the guy, and he was just like, you have something kind of like not so advanced, you know, and I said that in the Arctic video. I said that. I was just like, I don't think this is meant for newbies. This is more for, like, they should say for experience. And it happened, and it happened in front of me. I was like, fuck, see, I fucking said it, you know. So that happened. And then after that happened, you know, I kind of felt bad for the guy because he just dropped $40 on a tank that he can't return. So he goes in there and he ends up picking up like a Pro Tank 2, which is exactly where he needed to be, you know. And that would have been the great start and the transition for him. But instead he got an iLeaf 50, right? So he got the iLeaf 50, which is a great device. I mean, I bought one for my chick and she loves it, you know, and she always uses it. So, you know, that's awesome that she uses it. And, you know, it's real, and she still smokes. She's like in between smoking and vaping. She's at that point right now where she's smoking and vaping. But I even gave her an Atlantis tank, and the Atlantis tank, she's like, it's still a little too harsh for me. So still, I have to, because I'm giving her my old tanks, and I don't have any newbie tanks, you know. So I gotta go hit the store and, like, you know, have her just talk to a salesperson and have her, have them put her on something, better or more her speed and everything. But, the Kanger sub-tank, it comes with the rebuildable atomizer. It's good, for someone like me. It's good for someone like butt kickers or.
We're losing Lou.
And unfortunately, there's tons of hobbyists out there, but there's not. Well, we like to think we're the majority. We're not. The majority is the newbie vapor, the guy going in with the fucking ego twist and the little vision tank. That is the majority in the vaping world. That is the bread and butter. Those are the people that make vape shops wealthy. Okay, the hobbyist vapors, will spend $200 on a mechanical mod or a box mod or whatever the case is, and then we hold, like, the average person will hold that box for a long period of time. Someone in my case, I got to keep buying shit to review, just like Mike does, and everybody else on here does the same shit. We buy shit, we review it. We're not going to buy garbage and review garbage. I'll buy something I like, and then it's always going to be like a good review because I bought it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the tank conversation, the Kanger sub tank, if anyone's interested in getting tanks, the Kanger sub tank is a dope tank. It's a nice in between tank. That Arctic tank, it's a great tank, but I think it's more geared for like someone who's already super sub-ohming and doesn't feel like dripping the day. You know what I mean? I think that's more that makes the most sense. Basically, I think the person who's normally dripping and they're driving and they don't want to drip and drive, then they just want a tank for to reach their destination. Then that would be the best thing really for them is the Arctic sub tank. They could just fill that fucker up and go from point A to point B and be like, that's great. I don't have to drip once, and I got a good hit out of it every time,
I think that also there's a lot of level of good. There's good for me and you, and there might be good for somebody that just quit smoking yesterday, and those goods are two different goods. I know that like a lot of family members of mine try vaping, and maybe we could talk about this too, because I think talking about new vapors is really important. How about tobacco flavored e-juice? Because I know for me, like when I first quit smoking, I wanted to find that great menthol tobacco flavor, and I never found it. And
right.
Just today, and there was a juice that I just got called Black Note. If any of you guys watching have family members that are having trouble vaping because they want that classic tobacco taste, I'm telling you, this is something special. Mike Vapes just did a review. I'll be doing a review this week. I know BK is going to be doing a review. But it's a 50-50 juice, so it's going to work well in your Nautilus Minis or any of your beginner-type tanks. But it nails tobacco like I've never nailed. I almost felt guilty. I have it in my e-pipe right now. And I swear to you, it tastes just like tobacco without the smoky aftertaste. So,
it's on the money. It's crazy. I ran down to PA today to get my vape mail because of the legislation and all the nonsense going on in Connecticut. I get my shit sent to Pennsylvania because I know Pennsylvania is more vape friendly. So I drove down there today to get my vape mail, and I opened up the package, and I started dripping some of the juices from them. They sent me 8 juices. Brian, they sent you 8, right?
Yeah, they sent me 8.
Yeah, they sent you the notebook and then the big bottles as well?
Yeah.
So I started dripping them. I dripped a couple of them. I dripped the tobacco juice first, and I'm like, fuck. I'm dripping it into my RDA. It was real thin. I was getting nervous. I'm like, this is going to be scary when I fucking hit this. And I hit it. And I just leaned back and I closed my eyes. I took a big hit, and I blew it out. And I swear to God, it felt like I was smoking. I've never vaped anything that mimicked tobacco smoking like that. I was like, holy shit, and like he said, I kind of felt strange about it. I wasn't sure what to think. It was like, to me, it could have been a good thing or a bad thing. It's like, it reminds me of smoking a lot, so it might make me want to smoke again, But at the same time, it's so convincing. It's the perfect thing to get a newbie off of cigarettes, like that. I mean, if you handed somebody a notebook full of that shit and they start vaping it, I don't see a smoker out there who has a halfway decent device like a Nautilus Mini or something like that who's going to go back to smoking. I think we need more products like that on the market. And I really got to put my hats off to those guys for coming out with that e-juice, because I've never tried tobacco e-juice that was that fucking good. It's not an all-day vape for me. It's not really down my alley, but it's good. You know,
Mike, what do you think, Mike, about it? Because you did a review.
Yeah, I had gotten the package from them first, and when I used it, I was like, oh my god, I almost felt like I was doing something bad. You know, like I was cheating, like I was smoking again. It was strange. But they nailed it with the juice. It's just like smoking a cigarette, the tobacco. It's not really like a cigarette. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the tobacco itself. It's good. And the menthol, I couldn't believe the menthol, because I was a menthol smoker, and they nailed it. I mean, this is something that's perfect, like the other guy said, for somebody who's just getting off the cigarettes. This is perfect for your girlfriend, Lou, you know, who still wants that tobacco taste, still smoking. Perfect for her.
She wants
get right straight to vaping. She wouldn't even think of a cigarette.
Now, all she ever wants is fruity taste. All that she bugs me, puke and sweet smart. She likes that the fruity stuff, you know. And I keep trying to introduce her to other things like custards and cookies and this and that. She's like, I don't like this shit. Just give me fucking sweet stuff. I like sweet stuff. I'm like, okay, you know. So I'm I'm trying to transition her at this, because sometimes unicorn puke isn't always available, and you know, sweet smarts from Mr. E Liquid sucks. You know, I mean, I think it sucks, but now Mr. E Liquid kind of sucks. But no, it sucks, Mr. E Liquid. But when I first started vaping, that's all I vaped was Mr. E, because the vape shop in East Meadow that I go to, they had like a whole wall of Mr. E, but that's all he had, you know. Like, he was new into vaping, the guy. Like, vaping was still very new, you know, that nobody knew what the hell to get, you know. And, you know, thank God for YouTube, and then thank God for social media and everything. You know, we have that to get access to knowledge about this shit. You know, like, I didn't know about a VaporCon when I started vaping. I wasn't saying, I can't wait to go to VaporCon. I had no idea what the hell a VaporCon was. Even when I saw YouTube reviewers saying, you know, talking about it, I was like, what the hell's a VaporCon? Like, I had no idea. I knew what a Comic-Con was, but I didn't know what a VaporCon was, you know? And I've been to plenty of Comic-Cons and video game cons and so forth, but never a VaporCon. So actually, Niagara is going to be my first con that I'm going to, which I'm looking forward to. So that's pretty cool. And
I was going to say, one of the people watching right now, Mike S, just commented. He said he wonders where the Black Note line of juices will fit into the new pending FDA regulations regarding flavors in e-juice.
Wait, run that by one more time. What did he ask?
He was asking about the proposed FDA regulations on flavors in e-juice, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and how the Black Note line, since there are no additional flavors added, it's all natural tobaccos, how that will play in. I think that's what he meant. I'm having trouble scrolling back on the.
Well, yeah, from my understanding, and I've read most of the legislation. I literally sat down and I was scrolling through it for like 9 hours one day reading it. I didn't read all of it, but I read most of it. And Black Note actually falls right in there. You know, if they have the money to get the shit approved, which I hope they do, just for newbies coming on to get off of cigs, it should fall right in there, because there is nothing added. I mean, it is literally tobacco leaf extracts, and the menthol is tobacco leaf extracts with menthol. So it is like right in there. There's no flavoring in it.
No flavoring at all.
Interesting. It'll, you know, and I think there's a lot to still be learned and uncovered about this, and I need to do a little bit more homework before I speak like I know what I'm talking about. You know, if anybody else has any more detailed information about what's pending and when it's coming up, but we all need to be on top of it. I was just at an advocacy meeting last night at a local vape shop, and you know, there's the part of me that enjoys vaping and wants to sort of be like ignorance is bliss and close my eyes to everything else except for my channel and the tasty vapes that I'm enjoying. But there's the other side of me that knows how much money is at stake for the U.S. government, for all these medical organizations, and how much really money motivates people. And when there's money backing politicians, man, they're going to start slamming that hammer down and taking away the freedoms that we all have enjoyed, really government-free for the past few years. And it's scary, and my heart sort of skips a beat when I really, really get down to it and think that this could legitimately be happening, and we need to stand the fuck up, man up. I don't march, protest. I mean, I'm a productive, tax-paying member of society that has my own business, and I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight like you would not believe, and I'm gonna have you guys join me because we are not gonna let this fly. There's no reason that this should be syntaxed in any way, shape, or form. I also believe that if there's evidence that shows that vaping is harmful to our health, then we need to look at it. We need to come up with more innovative devices that will offset the risk, and we need to be just transparent. I mean, if there's harmful additives in the vape juice or in the device at certain temperatures, it's going to be taken care of. We're going to work together to find out solutions. That's the difference between this and once corporations, which are the only ones that will be able to afford to put forth the, once you start having to go through the FDA in order to get approval to have devices on the market, that's going to be a nightmare because it's going to cost too much money to bring a product to market, and then all the products that come to market are going to be controlled by these large corporations and not the grassroots level small business mom and pop that we've seen all the innovation come out of for the past few years. So, scary times, but at least our eyes are open, and we need to really man up and bring the noise.
Yeah, we need to bring the noise.
I gotta touch base on some. Butt Kickers, are you frozen or are you talking right now? I can't tell.
No. Go ahead, Lou.
You've been randomly freezing, so it's hard to tell if you were talking.
He's pissing.
He's getting the bedpan ready.
So, we made him do it from last week.
Go ahead, Lou.
I got it. Oh no, I was all right. I thought I was losing my train of thought. All right, no. What? So anyway, I brain farted. Fuck. The advocacy and then the bills and the CASAAs and this that. I've been trying my best to release videos discussing, bringing awareness, going to vape shops, talking to people, letting them know. A lot of times vape shops, and this is a majority of vape shops out there, a customer walks in, they sell them something, and it's goodbye. They don't say, oh, by the way, if it's not too much trouble, we have a laptop here. It goes to this site called CASAA. If there's all these bills in place to stop vaping, to ban vaping. I never see anybody do that. Now, I know, granted, vape shops are very busy, and they're understaffed and overpopulated with clients, but lately in the past 2 months, vape shops have slowed down a lot. I've noticed a lot of vape shops have been kind of dead, and the reason being is because, there's these commercials. I already seen a commercial on TV about anti-e-cigarettes, and it's almost like the truth ads. Now, when I was a smoker and I saw the truth ads, I was like, fuck those truth people. Like that was the first thing out of my mouth. Fuck them. They don't know my problems, right? So it was always resulting to like my problems and why I was smoking, the stress I have in life and why I was smoking. And so I was always like, fuck those people. But now I watch those truth ads, and now I still get kind of annoyed by it. You see a woman with cancer barely breathing on a bed, and she's like, oh, I was a smoker. Or you see a woman with her fingertips cut off and her leg cut off. I'm like, well, I don't really see how that's happening. But, I know there's a lot of bad symptoms with smoking and everything and end results with it. But those ads still kind of annoy me in a sense because I smoked for 26 years. I know I'm still up for some issue in the future that could be possible from the past 26 years of smoking. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's just another reminder that some fucking hardship is going to fall on me. But I'm trying my best by vaping. Now, super sub-ohming isn't healthy. Nobody fucking knows if it's healthy. I can't really be honest and say, I can't fool myself in saying that super sub-ohming is completely healthy because I'm taking in flavor with VG, and I'm still taking something other than oxygen into my lungs. Foreign substance in. Now, so far, I feel great. I don't feel bad. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like I stink anymore. Now I smell like fucking fruits and desserts everywhere I go. So Prime example, I go into a gas station. A gas station stinks of gas, reeks of gas. I go in there, they have a mechanic in there. He stinks of like car oil and this and that and so forth. And I'm just standing there waiting to get a Snapple. I got the Snapple in hand, I'm waiting by the register, and like 4 people are like, I smell fruit punch. Like, I smell something fruity. And I'm like, oh, it ain't fucking me, I ain't fruity. And then there's just like, and they're like, no, but I smell something fruit, like cotton candy or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. That day I was making e-liquid that day, so I just stunk of, like, you know, fruit flavors and everything. But it's just funny. That's the only thing I used to stink bad of cigarettes. Now I stink like, you know, candies and sweets and all that other shit. But, you know, in the long run of things, I really hope that, you know, vaping has some longevity to it. You know what I mean? I hope there's some sort of longevity with vaping, that it can still proceed and we're not completely cut off. It seems like they're coming up with so many bills, they just want to throw everything to the wall and see what sticks, you know? And that's pretty much seems to be the criteria now. Like, okay, well, if we can't tax it, let's try and ban flavors. Oh, if we can't ban flavors, let's prevent them from smoking, from vaping in parks. Let's prevent them from doing this. Let's just keep preventing them from doing everything. Now, if you guys remember, like maybe 10 years ago or maybe 15 years ago, there was a whole dietary supplement thing, like Stack or 2 and ephedra, and the one Anna Nicole Smith was doing before she killed herself. What the hell was it?
Fen.
No, that wasn't Fen.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I remember though.
She was doing something that
It was all the ephedra-based stuff.
like that speed content, whatever in it that was like speed that would make your heart race.
It was ephedra.
You know, ephedra, yeah. But the name of the product though, I forgot the name of it. But they still sell it today. Hydroxycut, that's what it was, hydroxycut. Now, FDA was jumping all over that like crazy for 4 years. For 4 years, they were jumping all over it. And, you know, then they finally like got some sort of regulation, but not a lot. They still sell the product. And then once they got rid of ephedra because they said, oh, it's speed, it gets your heart racing, that's how you lose the weight, then, you know, then they came out with what's the new one? The Ginkgo Boa, whatever the hell they call that thing.
Ginkgo biloba.
Some shit, yeah. I don't know what that does, but it's like the miracle thing that makes you lose a shit ton of weight, I guess. I don't know, but
Mike, what do you think?
What do I think? I'm sick of everybody coming up to me when they see me vaping and they're constantly saying to me, oh, I saw in the news that causes cancer. I saw in the news that that's bad for you. I saw in the news that that's worse than cigarettes. And I explain to everybody constantly that that's all bullshit that you're hearing. That's basically big tobacco paying these idiots to say this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm sick of. I'm like sick of that totally. I can't stand it. And it's not like once a day or twice a day. It's every day, lots of times.
oh yeah.
And I can't stand that. It's bad information. Look, Dr. Farsalinos just came out with something saying how it's much safer. His study, that's much safer to vape than to smoke. You're not going to see that on the news. You're not going to see that at all. You know, it's never going to make the news. That's the sad part of it.
Yep. I think one of the things we're missing is that each one of us, and when I say each one of us, I don't just mean vapors. I mean family members have experienced either directly or indirectly, whether it be a family member, a mother, a father, an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, that their lives have been negatively impacted with their health from smoking cigarettes. And I think that there's a lot more support as long as we go at this from the right angle in terms of getting our family members and our neighbors and our communities and our doctors. I mean, it doesn't take much to grab some really good literature, and when you're getting your checkup at the doctor's office, bring in some information. I mean, the physicians that I go to, I work with physicians in my job, and I also go to the doctors regularly. They need to be informed because there's so much misinformation out there and half-truths and studies where lines of information are sort of picked, they're cherry-picked and fed to the media, that it's a misinformation campaign. So the truth speaks volumes as long as the truth can be heard, and we need to find the loudest speaker to get this information out there. And the real proof is in the changed lives of us. is sharing this with our friends and family and making sure that they understand and they're educated, and actually making sure you're educated, because it starts with you. If you don't know what you're talking about, they're not going to know what they're talking about, and so on and so forth, and then it's a downward spiral. So what about you, BK? How do you feel about it?
I mean, honestly, I'm going to try to censor what I'm going to say right now because it makes me so fucking angry. It's the same thing as Mikey here. I go throughout my day. I'm vaping everywhere. Sometimes I'm dripping and blowing clouds. Sometimes I'm walking around with a little K-Fun trying to be discreet. Yada, yada. I run into people every day. And, same thing as Mike said. Oh, that's going to kill you. Oh, that's bad for you. You know what I have to say? Motherfucker, I smoked 2 packs a day for 30 years. 2 packs a day, 30 years, okay? Before I started vaping, I was waking up in the middle of the night coughing. I had to give up my mountain biking hobby. I quit skateboarding. I quit jogging, okay, because I did that stuff for a long time, but then after like 25 years, I couldn't do it anymore because I was smoking. I couldn't fucking breathe, A couple years ago, it's about 2 years ago, I started vaping. Literally, within 3 months, I was back on my mountain bike, I started off short rides. I was out 4 or 5 miles, boom, boom, boom. A couple months later, I was out riding 15 miles, not losing my breath. Then I started jogging again, okay? And, I'm living proof. We're all proof, that it works, how you feel. I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like shit, and it angers me. It infuriates me, these motherfuckers, because they have an agenda. And their agenda is about making fucking money. And they don't give a fuck if we die. They don't give a fuck if your mother dies. They don't give a fuck if your baby dies, if your sister dies. They don't fucking care. And that's what just drives me up the fucking wall. And that's
So
why
who is first of all, let's organize who is they.
they
Put them
they would be the people, the lobbyists for big tobacco and pharmaceutical companies, because the patch doesn't work, the gum doesn't work. Okay, tobacco is lost $5 billion or something like that to vaping. Everyone makes money on you dying. When you die, it's not just your estate. What happens to your estate when you die? Your estate gets liquidated. Your children get part of that money. Your family gets part of that money. The rest of it goes to the government. Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
No. It's absolutely fucking insane. And it drives me up the wall because we sit around here, we're all vapors, we all talk about advocacy, and we all do the best we can. I know I do, I know Brian, I know you do. I mean, you were at that meeting yesterday.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we spend too much time not talking about advocacy and not doing something about it. We should be out there in the streets yelling at these motherfuckers. We're not going to fucking die for you. That's what it comes down to. Because if we didn't have vaping, we'd all be sitting here chain smoking right now, killing ourselves. That's all I got.
What's funny? My coworker, I got like 10 people at my job to stop smoking. The moment I picked up a vaporizer, in the morning time, I wake up 4:30 in the morning. I go to work by 5. Sometimes 6 I'm at work, and it's typical stuff. I'm a maintenance worker during the week, so all the maintenance guys in our blue shirts, blue collar shirts, blue pants, and construction boots, we're all standing out front. Everyone's in a line smoking cigarettes, checking out the girls that they're walking down into the train tunnel. I'm just like hanging out, just talking to the guys basically, and everybody's smoking cigarettes and drinking their morning coffee. Well, now I'm drinking a bottle of water and I'm vaping, and they're like, oh, what are you doing? What is that shit? Oh, get out of here with that. Oh, you little fairy boy, right? And I'm like, whatever, because they could be cruel, those guys. But, as time's going on, I see these guys that we're carrying 5-gallon pails of compound, of joint compound, and they're fucking heavy as hell. They're like 55 pounds to 60 pounds each 5-gallon. And, I got one in one hand and one in the other hand, and I'm walking up like a 10-flight story building, and I'm just running up the stairs These guys are going up the stairs, coughing, hacking, stopping in between the steps to light up a cigarette, have another break. Meanwhile, I've done like 2 or 3 trips up and down the stairs carrying shit. I'm like, come on, guys, get your fucking ass in here. Let's work. We're going to go home today, you know? And they're just like, you know, we need a break. Oh, I'm winded. I'm like, put that shit away and then fucking grab a vaporizer. So sure enough, I got all those guys to start vaping. One guy changed, and one guy was like, holy shit, this is so easy doing it like this, you know? And, you know, one guy changed, and then another guy started changing. And then out of nowhere, everyone's coming to me like, yo, what's a new juice, Lou? What's a good juice? Because, you know, I feel like I'm going back to cigarettes now because, you know, this flavor, I lost flavor in this juice. What's a good juice? And then, you know, me, I'm either making it or I'm buying it. And then sometimes I buy too much shit because I buy it to review, then I buy and review just to keep up with the reviews. And I end up having too much shit, so then I was giving them stuff. But then, life sucks for people, and then a lot of people, they end up going back, you know. So like 3 guys ended up going back, you know, out of the bunch. But it's good to see that the other guys still change. They feel better. Some of those guys even stopped vaping, but haven't gone to smoking. You know, they just completely stopped, which is fine also, you know. That's basically the ultimate goal, is to basically stop. But this has become more of a lifestyle for me now and like a hobby, you know. And I feel empowered because at the same time, I'm still changing people. You know, I still change people on a daily basis. I get a lot of emails. I'm sure you guys get emails from people, you know, saying, oh, thank you very much. Your videos have helped me. Every time I read one of those, you know, I get shit tons of, you know, I get guilt trip emails from people. Oh, you know, my wife is pregnant. You know, I'm broke. I'm this. I'm that. Blah blah blah. And I get a real sad pity story, and I feel bad for certain people if that's really their situation. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to help and mail out free juice and free devices, but I can't afford it, really, you know. I can't afford to give everybody free shit around the world. I just can't do it, you know. It's financially not possible for me. But I get a lot of emails from the people saying, dude, you know, believe it or not, you know, I get this same opening line all the time. I don't drip, but I use a tank. And I watch your videos, and I still watch your videos simply because they keep my mind off of smoking. I always get that. Everybody always has that opening line, and it seems to be true because a lot of people feel that way. So a lot of people in the crew, or in the Butt Kicker crew, or the Mike Vape crew, or the Chronicle crew, you know, a lot of the people may not just be drippers; they might just be tank users. You know, I on my Instagram. I was on Instagram and. You know, I'm in Home Depot, right? Just most random place to be, right? To meet somebody. Last place in the world I expect to meet a vapor, you know, in New York especially. So, you know, I'm walking around, I'm shopping for shit for a job I got to do. And, you know, I'm walking out of an aisle, I got my coworker with me, and then we walk past this guy, and he's just like, another construction worker that I worked with in the past. I was like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? And I just kept walking. And I was like, wait a minute. Nobody calls me Big Lou. Like, as far as, like, construction workers, you know, they call me by my given name, you know. You know, usually my friends and close people I've worked with, they call me by my formal name, you know, because it's like I was either their boss or their manager or their foreman, so they gave me that respect by calling me my given name. So, you know, so he's like, yo, what's up, Big Lou? And I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? And I kept walking. And then I was like, wait a minute. I stopped. I was like, I turned around, and I see a fucking Vapor Shark with a sub-tank on it. I was like, oh, all right, this must be a crew member. So I woke up. I was like, oh, what's up, bro? How you doing? He's just like, oh, I'm Fred. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, it was the weirdest thing because, you know, talking into the camera on YouTube, I'm just alone in my bedroom. You know, Butt Kickers is either in a bedroom or in a kitchen or wherever he is. He's always somewhere in a room. When you did Joe Kinzinger's box, where was that? That was upstairs, Butt Kicker?
It was in my office, yeah.
It looks like it was like in an upstairs office type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So when you did, you know, so I see you, you know, when you're doing your things. I'm just trying to guess where you're at, you know, as a viewer, not as me being a viewer, you know, me being the viewer. So, you know, I'm always trying to figure out where the fuck everybody is. I think, you know, Mike's like in a basement or some shit like that, right?
Oh, but
that's your living room, Mike?
Bedroom. It's a bedroom.
Oh shit! All right.
Well, it's one of my bedrooms. My office. My man cave.
Man cave. So yeah, but I'm losing my point here. But my point is basically I'm not just a reviewer. I'm also a viewer, and I watch all these guys. I watch everybody, but everyone has helped me through my course, through my period, you know? Yeah, you know what? Tracy loves Jim. Yes, I can talk. Holy shit, I can talk. Yeah, I can talk. Let me tell you, when I record a video, it takes me 6 hours because I delete and re-record it 47,000 times. I'm like, holy shit, I am talking way too long. You notice my videos got down to like 8 minutes, and that's like really training myself to not do a long video. But yeah, I can talk a lot. I can see Vapor Chronicles' face right now. I was like, all right, Lou, shut the fuck up.
No, I have a shut the fuck up button over here that I'll just click if I have to. But we're grateful to have you on the show, and we really like to hear what you have to say. Me being politically correct and all.
But it's a great feeling, though, when you get that message from somebody saying that you've helped them or you're helping them quit smoking, you know? I think that's the one thing I enjoy about it. The most that I think I enjoy about this whole YouTube thing is the emails and the messages I get from people, from the fans, basically the subscribers, you know, saying how much we help them. You know, I love that. That's the best feeling.
Yep. Yeah. The other night I was I'm down the street from my house, and I'm married and I love my wife so much, and her and I are both jogging, literally jogging, and I have an Ego 1 in my pocket, and like the fact that I can run and not get winded, and I'm running with my wife, who also, we both smoke 2 packs a day, you know, and I smoked for 24 years. Like, my heart can't share through my mouth how much love I have for vaping and how much freedom I found from it. It's like when, I guess, the feeling when they came up with a cure for, you know, I don't know what they come up with a cure for, polio. Like, vaping for me is the cure for a lifetime of misery. And I'm 36, and I knew for a fact that when I started vaping, if I wouldn't have found this, my life was going to continually go downhill in terms of my health for the rest of my life. So the same passion that I put into this channel and the same passion that I put into finding new mods and trying to share my love for vaping with you guys, it's so easy to not focus on what we need to do to make sure we can do this next year at this time, next springtime, to make sure that I'm still vaping. And really, we need to, at least for me, I need to, not we, I need to put more of an emphasis on what I can do on a state level to support my right to vape. So, but let's talk about mods, because I know a lot of you guys watching also want to talk. Any new dope shit you guys have been reviewing? Any new something that's really hitting that spot that is touching a nerve with you guys?
Anyone?
Mike Vapes.
Bueller?
I had the floor way too long, so I'm giving everybody else a chance to the floor. I'm not going to jump in there, because if I jump in there, forget it. Everyone's going to be like, what the fuck? Just
we have 13 minutes left, and we're going to get
something, basically something new that I'm using, or is that what the question is?
Yeah, well, yeah. What do you like? What's your favorite go-to mod right now that you're hitting this week?
Oh, my favorite is the Vapor Shark with the Sub-Tank Mini. That's like my number one, and the SX Mini too. These are my 2 go-tos right here that I've been loving. These are 2 of the best devices that I own.
How about you, BK?
Okay.
You know, as always, it's the SX Mini. You know, whether I'm rocking a dripper or a tank on it, that's always in my hand. I was sent the flagship V2, what was it, last week? And I've been rocking the shit out of that thing on the side. I won't take it out of the house because I'm already chipping up the SX Mini, and this was a $200 mod, and I feel guilty about that, so I'm not taking any more authentics or anything nice outside. But I've been vaping on that thing with some reckless builds and stuff, and you know, that's pretty much it. You know, whether I'm rocking I use this a lot, the Little Boy RDA. I just like it. I like the form factor. I like the looks of it. And to me, a lot of these drippers are the same. So you find one that looks good to you and you're comfortable with, just fucking build it how you like it and just vape it. You know, as far as tanks go, I've been vaping the Sub-Tank Mini. I always have a K-Fun V4 in rotation, and I have an Orchid base, okay, which is a dual coil. It looks like an RDA base, to those of you who don't know. and I have that built to like 0.27, so it works on a Mac, it works on this device, and I use a K-Fun V4 tank and chimney on it, and that's one of my favorite like cloud blowing tanks. I've been using that a lot. I have the Goblin. I've got a bunch of other shit here that are awesome, but these are just my go-tos, the stuff that I like, you know.
How about you, Lou? What's your? I know you love that hardcore shit. What are you hitting?
You know what? Right now, I got a Goodwood Vapes box mod in my hand. It's this is something I've been holding on to for like the past week, and this thing, it's a fully mechanical wood box mod, okay? And the thing with this box is it just basically it hits like a motherfucker. I mean, it's like there's like next to no voltage drop on this thing, and I can't seem to take it out of my hand because it's smooth. They put this fucking varnish or some shit on it, and it in my hand, and I hold it all day. I've had it in my hand every single day, you know, and I've got, you know, I got the Dimitri clone box and everything, and I haven't really been using it as much as this device. This fucking device is just, it feels nice in my hand. It takes every fucking build I put in. Now I super sub ohm all day, you know. I just randomly, you know, I have a sub ohm tank over here that I use from time to time. Only when I'm driving, usually, if I'm on a long distance, you know. And you know, I just basically, I don't know. This is pretty much all I ever use is this box. Since this box has been introduced to me, I still got to do a review on it. I haven't done a review on it. I've just been really beating the shit out of it. You know, I've really been putting it to the test. You know, I got Joe Kinsinger's box also as well over here. I got to do a review on that. You know, I was always a mech person, but now I'm just mainly a mechanical box. Like a mechanical parallel box guy. That's pretty much all I am now, you know. And I don't really see myself going back to tube mods. And the reason being for that, I'll tell you what, I love authentic tube mods, but the problem is once you start reviewing clones on a YouTube channel, authentic mod manufacturers will check out your YouTube and they see reviewing clone videos, and they're like, oh, no, fuck that. We're not giving that guy anything to review. But to be spiteful, once I find out they don't want me to review their product, I'll buy their product and I'll review it. But I won't give it a negative review. If it's honestly a good device, I'll say it's a good device. You know what I mean? But, you know, I find more comfort in box mods. And I've said in the past, I love wood box mods. You know, the metal box mods are nice. I love the metal ones and so forth, but I find more comfort in wood box mods because it's like it's going to last forever. You know, I mean, based on the amount of abuse you put it through, but I feel it's going to last forever, and it just feels right. It's like classy. To me, this is like classy. You know,
there's nothing like.
I was going to bring up something about. One of the reasons that for me, because I really enjoy wrapping my own coils, and I enjoy the flexibility and the tailored vape that I get from it. But one of the things that always frustrates me is the inconsistency due to the fact that my lifestyle is changing so rapidly that it's very hard for me to drip when I'm in the car. And I'm in the car and at work and in different offices all day. Right. Any experience with a squonker, and can you get the same vape as dripping from a squonker? And if you knew of a squonker, and if no one knows what a squonker is, maybe somebody can explain what that is. But I have my eye on a couple lately because it really intrigues me.
You know, the billet box, if you could afford a billet box, or if you can get your hands on a billet box, the billet box is actually
boom,
really nice. Yeah, it's a really nice box, a billet box. But there's other boxes, there's others. It's just basically a box, and it has a bottle of e-liquid in it, and the inside of the box, and there's a hole cut out on the box where you stick your finger through, and you could squish the bottle, and there's a tube within the bottle that runs straight up to your RDA, so you can saturate your coil and your cotton. And then instead of it overflowing, whatever overflows sucks right back into the bottle, which is nice. There's a company called Vapage. They've been around forever. And that's all they have is squonkers, you know, and you know it's a preference vaping that, you know, it depends on the person really. But what's Mike showing over there? What are you showing over there, Mike?
Mike's showing off his dope ass vape mat.
My dope ass vape mat.
Yo, what the fuck? Why didn't I get a vape mat, son?
We're not on that level.
I want that shit.
Right?
Selling it shits? I want one.
Shit. Vape mats on Facebook. Check them out.
Hit that shit.
Shit. I'm gonna hit that shit right now.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Let me just share that it's right now.
we got 5 minutes after broadcast.
So the time has flown by, and this week we are actually going to end at the hour mark. And the reason for that is that last week there was a lot of people that watched the replay, and it's too long at an hour and a half. People don't have the time. And also, we offer hopefully next week. So I would like to close my part of this by saying thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the Vapor Chronicles. You can find me on the, I don't even know my channel, the Vapor Chronicles. That's where I'm at. And I have so much shit in front of me to review that I'm a little overwhelmed because I got to work tomorrow. But thanks, Big Lou. Thank you for being on our show tonight. I really, really appreciate it. It was nice to hang out with you the past couple of days. And you can close off, Big Lou, and then I'll let my boys take control.
Cool. Just to give everybody a reminder, the BLECR.com website is not live. The only thing live on the site is the Mod of the Month Club. And just to clarify what Mod of the Month Club is $34.99 a month. You receive one each and every month. And one out of every 100 subscribers, if I have 1,000 subscribers to it, it's just like a Juice of the Month Club. So if there's 1,000 subscribers, 10 people will receive an authentic mechanical mod that month. Okay, instead of getting the clone, they'll get a authentic mod. Okay, and as the subscription builds up, I'll maybe do 2 mods every month or 3 mods every month. You know, basically whatever. If it's a successful thing, then I'll be able to include coil, cotton, this, that, whatever in your box when you get your mod, basically. And maybe I'll just do box mods another day. You know, another month, maybe I'll just do wooden box mods. You know, it's just going to basically be a Mod of the Month Club. The juice is going to be ready next week. It's being bottled right now. Juice is being bottled right now, so it's going to be ready next week. So so everyone wants to know, if you're inquiring, BLECR.com, go check it out. And that'd be great. And to have everyone's support, it would be fucking awesome. And the more that succeeds, the more it can come out with more flavors, and just tell the FDA to go fuck themselves at the same time, all right? That's all I can say. So from me to you guys, peace out. Thank you for watching. Thanks for having me, guys, on this show.
Thanks, Lou.
Sorry, I have a tendency to talk a lot. And then, sometimes when I rant, I don't shut the fuck up sometimes. So I'll leave you for that. But, it's all good in the hood. And I love each and one of you guys, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you next for reviews and everything. So I'll keep
We'd love to have you back again to rant once again sometime.
Give me a little time.
Yeah, we will.
Next Thursday, I'm on the reviewers' queue, so that's next Thursday. And then after that, I'm going right to Niagara Falls to the VPX ECC, if anybody wants to know. So that's a definite. Vegas probably won't happen. I can't afford to bring me and my chick. I don't have the money for the plane ticket, the room, and this and that, and all that other stuff. I just don't have the money for that, really. So, so that's that, basically. And that's it. So, yeah, so that's it. So if my chick is watching, babe, I really want to take you. I just, I don't have the funds. It is what it is, all right? And, but, be doing my thing,
Do it. All right, BK, what's up, man?
All right. Having said that, Big Lou, I got to touch base with you later. Maybe I'll join you up there in Niagara. It sounds like a good time. But yeah, there was something I wanted to touch on before when we were talking about sub-ohm tanks and stuff. Real quick, the thing that's aggravating is, pardon?
He left.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, BK.
Oh, okay. No, the thing that's aggravating me is, we don't see anything for the newbies coming out. We don't see any new good stuff for the newbies. It pretty much stopped at the Nautilus and Nautilus Mini. You know what I mean? If there's any manufacturers out there listening right now, you guys need to step up your game on the newbie stuff. Because these sub-ohm tanks are great for guys like us, but not for the newbies, and they're your new customers. We're steady customers, but we're not new customers. And if you want to expand your market, you need more stuff for them.
I think what we're going to see is modular devices coming out that are going to be multifaceted for different levels of vaping, and it'll be the same device with just different airflow options, different resistance options, and that's where we're headed.
Yeah. Well, that's great. and I hope to see it in the near future. But I had a great time with you guys tonight. It was fun as always, and
Basically, all I got to say right now to close out is thank you, everybody, for joining us, and I'm going to hit this shit right now for all of you.
Thank you, Mikey Vapes.
And I'm hitting that shit.
He hit it.
Yeah.
Hashtag hit that shit.
I just want to say also that I think we had a new world record tonight. BK did not use the restroom one time. I'd like to thank the company Depends for sponsoring it tonight.
Thank you, Roberto LeBron, for sponsoring that.
And really, thanks to all of my subscribers, BK subscribers, Lou's subscribers, and Mikey's subscribers. You guys are the best. We learn just as much from you as hopefully you learn what not to do from me. Because it could be a dangerous fucking time on my show. But thank you. We appreciate everything, and we will see you same time next week. Keep us live. See you guys.